So we're going to do the frame bracket next. That's where we're at. One thing to note here is we give you kind of an idea here of the 22 inches, but that is not a hard mark. So you don't have to stay at 22 inches. Ultimately, what's going to happen is wherever the yoke tail ends up at, once we get the main on and we're pulling it back, is where that center bracket's actually going to live. So when I talk about that yoke tail, it's this dude right here. So that's the cylinder and the T at the back of it. So this is going to sit underneath, and wherever this thing comes up at, we want to get that yoke, or sorry, the center frame bracket to the middle of this guy as much as we possibly can. So that's the goal of this center bracket we're going to install right now. So let's grab center bracket, grab all of our hardware for that guy. So you've got the two plates here that are going to go underneath and actually hold this guy up, and our U-bolts, and that's as simple as it gets. We're going to roughly install it at the 22-inch mark. Again, roughly install it there because I'm not sure if that's where it's going to end up at, but we will see. So this guy sits underneath just like this, these pointing down, and that's where that yoke tail comes right up at, right there. We're going to center it between these two downward forks. That's what that's all about. These guys are going to go opposite of the way the U-bolts did in the back, so they're going to come down like this. So they just sit right over the frame, just like that, right? So roughly 22 back, we made our marks. I'm going to just double check it again. It's just right in the back of this guy. And again, really, it's just about getting this up here so that we can get an idea of where it's going to set eventually. So that guy goes in there. This guy goes on these brackets. This wouldn't be a bad time to actually have a second hand as well. Let's do that. Sweet, my second hand arrived. It's magically holding itself now. So you get your lock washer and nut. Sweet. And I'll do the same for him, and I'll hold it to make sure we're good there. Again, don't worry about where it sets right now. Just get it on here to where it loosely fits, and we're ultimately going to have it tightened when we get the yoke on. Because really the only reason we have that 22 mark is just so you kind of know, hey, what's going to maybe be in the way, so you can kind of get an idea there. So, all right, so we got that guy hanging on there, and we are ready actually to go to our next part. That was pretty painless, definitely pretty painless. So that's going to be the fun stuff, right? We've got our main hitch unit, so let's get after it.